Is it Dspiae or Dspiae? I don't know how you say it, but we're going to talk about Dspiae. Don't go away. Hey, that rhymed. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Fat Guy Productions. I am Paul, coming to you as always from beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. And yes, I'm going to talk to you about another Dspiae product. Now, I recently brought you video on the Dspiae sander. This is their reciprocating sander. Looks a little bit like a electric toothbrush, but it's not. It's a sanding tool. And I brought you a video on that. And I got to tell you, I loved it so much, I started to look at the company and I found another cool product I had to have. And I want to share it with you right now. This is the Dspiae handheld mini grinder. That's right, this is a little tiny grinder. And just like the sander, it's got this great red anodized look. It's a beautiful looking device. It feels good in your hand. It does not feel chintzy whatsoever. I mean, it feels well done. It really does. And basically, it's going to be used for grinding and drilling and things like that. Mostly grinding. But man, this thing is genius. But before we get into it, let me show you what the bits look like. Now, I gotta apologize, I don't really remember, but I think you had to buy this set of bits separate. It came with this guy, all right? This is like a, you can see there on my finger there, little rounded end, and then you can grind from the tip or the sides, and there you go. I came with that. I believe you had to buy this set separate. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the price of the Dspiae grinder right down here. And then as soon as I'm done with that, then I will put the price of the little grinding bits right down here so that you can see them. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a peek-a-poo at the grinding bits first, starting down here. This guy is shaped like a cone. It's a cone-shaped. It's a flat, non-grinding head. There's no teeth on the top of it, and it grinds in a cone. So if you were to go, you could almost make like dovetails, little tiny dovetails with this thing. Okay? Then you got this next dude who is violent looking. Look at this thing. Look at the point on that. It's like a syringe or hypodermic. You don't want to get stabbed with that. Very pointy grinding from the tip down. All right. This one is more, it's softer. You can, looks like you can grind at the tip. Yeah. And all the way down, much softer. Here is another little stubby pointy thing. Here's another stubby pointy thing, but with more grinding ability down the sides. Here's something that looks like a round for a tank. All right. This thing looks like a pine cone. Like a pine cone on the end of the bit. There's a ball piece. This is something that I see die casters using a lot. That style of a grinder. This is just a barrel, but it's got a little bit of a rounded grinding end to it. This is the same. And like I said, I believe this came with the grinder. This came with this set. So I actually have two of the same. And then last but not least, we have the big daddy of the bunch. This has got grinding on the end, very kind of flat and square, and then grinding down both sides. It's really a serious little tool. All right, so we'll put those away for a second. We'll take a look at the Dspiae grinder here. All right, this is genius in a little tiny device. All right, like I said, it's rechargeable batteries, and the bits are held into this little collet with these set screws. Right, one on each side. Here you have your power switch and your indicators for speed and battery. But watch the genius of this. Remember these set screws up here? Well, how do you do that, Paul? Well, you do it with this little Allen wrench that stores right in the bottom of the tool. Look at that. That is genius. Right there is your USB port for charging this. Yeah, I think it was just brilliant to put the wrench right there so you don't lose it. But wait, there's more. Okay, let's say you're taking out a bit and you lose one of your set screws into the carpet monster, never to be seen again. What do you do then, though? Well, I'll tell you what you do. Drum roll, please. Ta-da! Look at that. They thought to include 2 extra set screws and just put them right here into the body. How brilliant was that? Man. Okay, so let's just do a little grinding. We're going to take the ball tool. You just slide it in there. And what I like to do is I like to try and keep my set screws somewhat equal. So I'm just kind of loosely snugging that up. Then on the other side, then I tighten it. Okay, there. Now, this switch works very similar to the Dspiae sander in that a quick press after, okay, one press starts it, a quick press speeds it up, quick press speeds it even more, and then finally it turns it off. If you wait, I think it's over 3 seconds before you press it, this becomes a turn off button. So on, wait over 3 seconds, off. But if we do it within 3 seconds, on, now we're at full speed. Okay, I have this little scrap piece here from an Edward kit. See that little thing? We're going to kind of auger that out. I don't want that there. I'm going to use the first speed because it's plastic, and if you go too fast, you can actually melt plastic. Oops. Don't be too aggressive. Now, once I got a bite in it, now I can and there. I kind of dimpled that. You don't want to do that because, see, I'm marring up my piece, but I'm just demonstrating. Doesn't matter. There's a nice little dimple. Okay, but I want to show you this here. Watch this. Let's change bits. And let's go to this guy. We're going to essentially drill through this. Right. So this time I'm going to go full speed. And I'm going to drill right through this. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. And see, it did melt it a little bit. Okay, you can clog up your bits that way with the excess plastic. See, it pulls right off. Yeah, this is fantastic. Now look, here's a picture of my Fordham rotary tool. I have it right there. So why do I want this, you might ask? Well, I'll tell you. Look, that rotary tool is amazing, and it's a must. I love that thing. But it isn't always convenient. Sometimes I just want to do something really quickly. Sometimes I need to be in a different angle or reach a different spot or anything like that, where that can, it's all corded, it's all connected. And this is going to allow me to move about and do whatever I want to do. It's fabulous. I love this thing. All right. So I put the ball tool on that hole I just did. I'm going to use this. To just countersink it a little bit. There. There. A little countersink around the hole I just did. There we go. Or, you know, you can just grind away that little nubbin there. Gone. This nubbin. Man, I can tell you, there's a lot of places I can see this coming in handy, not just model building and not just die-cast cars, but man, in the hobby world, this would be fabulous for so many different things. I love this thing, and I love it so much that, like I did with the sander, I'm going to keep it right here, right next to me, so I can grab this up at a moment's notice and use it anytime I want. And then look, when I'm done, watch. Look at that. Just take it, put the little tool right back in the bottom. There we go. So cons. What are the cons? There's got to be some cons, right? Well, there are. Well, first of all, it only comes with the one bit. Okay, it would have been really nice for it to come with this little set rather than have the set be extra. That would be nice. Second, unlike the sander, it didn't come with a case or anything. It came with this. This is what you got. It was in a little plastic sleeve. It was packaged nicely and everything, but it would have been nice to have a little container for this. It didn't. And then third, this was something I said about the sander. It's because it's battery. If you don't keep up on keeping things charged, this could be dead when you go for it. So what I've done is I'm an Apple guy, and I use iCal. And so in iCal, I've set up a repeating reminder for the beginning of the month to go through and charge all of my stuff, like this, or my little remote control here for my cameras, or this camera right here that I'm pointing to. You know, all of the stuff that needs charging, that reminder tells me, get out and get everything recharged, okay? So that nothing will be dead when I want it. And so that is a workaround for this, but it's still, just remember, if you don't keep this charged, it could come back to haunt you, and then you'll have to wait while this gets charged before you can use it. But short of that, this is amazing. I love it. I love it. And I hope you love this video. If you did, please give it a giant thumbs up, click subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification bell so you never miss one of my videos, especially if I bring you more Dspiae products, which I most likely will. All right, that's going to do it for today. I hope the rest of your day is exciting, fun, and you have lots of cool little projects and gadgets to occupy your day. Until next time, this is Paul from Fat Guy Productions saying, be good.